Hey folks, so this is an update to the motor generator that I was working on, and what brought me to want to do this particular project was Jared Morin about 10 years ago talked about this little pump motor, this little pump AC motor that you can find in dishwashers and the front load washers that can actually be used as an AC generator. It's got a permanent magnet in it and the coils in the bottom. Well, I've worked on quite a few projects between the time I first saw his videos and now, and something told me to just drift back into that particular project and maybe try it myself. So I did. Originally, if you look at my video prior to this particular one, you'll see that I attempted to hook the pump up to the DC motor with the rubber band that you see on the flywheel here, and it just didn't work as good. So I hooked it in line with the DC motor and put a flywheel on the pulley, and that seems to work a lot better. Also, you can see that I've got a battery, bigger battery operating this particular setup, and I've got a DC regulated power supply. So very interesting results, and he certainly was into something, and I think this kind of is an extension of what John Bedini was doing in the early to mid 80s with his publication of the 1984 booklet Free Energy Generator, where he had a DC motor and a generator on the back end and a flywheel, and he said there's more than one way you can set up the generator on the back end, and this is something that's off the shelf, I think, that anybody can do, and that's what Jared Morin was going for, something that anybody could set up with parts off of the shelf rather than having to wind a bunch of wire. I've got 3D printed parts, but it's a few guys have got the motors that just strapped on with what appears to be plumbing straps, and they're getting some of the same results, or we've gotten some of the same results. But here's what I've got, and it certainly appears like at least unity, if not a little more. So what you see here is the input voltage and current on the DC motor, and then on the back end, the output, this regulated power supply that's being run by the pump generator and going back to the battery. So no tricks here. You can buy the parts yourself and try it for yourself, just like Gerard said, and I think you'll be pleased with what you see. Thank you.